we're straight into this knife round to see who's going to be able to pick this up. Some good knives coming out. I really enjoy that knife round. It's just Borkham left. He's not going to be able to do much.
And that was Recca destroying in the knife round. So they will be choosing where to go. They choose the T side first. TNC going to CT. No, they haven't chosen yet. Still deciding on it. Still thinking about what's happening. And yes, they do go for T side hold right now.
I'm hoping this works out for them because we have been following TNC thus far. They have shown a really good showing. I'm hoping that they can keep that momentum going. It does look like both sides here just going to want to run the default. But as I say that, we can see Asterix, I should say, buying up on the util, same as Rozo. So both players are wanting to utilize a lot of utility with Witzerino carrying 2 flashes there.
Yeah, and that's already Pro being taken out of this game by Size. So that's already 1 down, and you probably don't want that already. They know the information. They've got it. They're in a main. It looks like they 2 players were sitting. It was Poppy and Ken were getting very aggressive on short, but they have fallen back to site, play some more passive angles, see what happens. But they do have complete mid control right now, Recca. So they can go really wherever they want. And that's a nice little flash there, but he's going to be forced to push back a little bit. And as some more players move up the short side, it looks like that's the site, A site's where they're going for.
Yeah, good first pick there. They need to get this second pick. They now have control of A side. They need to get this plant down because they're going to have one moving over from mid and one attempting to go through. And he's going to go and hit against her, and he's going to get taken out. As I say, Asterix there is going to take him straight out. It is just down to 1. Can he do it? I don't think that that's going to be an appropriate thing to ask him. Witzerino, if anyone could do it, it is him. He is the alt main of TNC. And he's trying to take one. A beautiful shot onto the head there of Vior. And he's getting shot again. Can he turn around? He gets another one. Oh, just this. And he needs to make sure he can clear this. But he must have assumed that they were elsewhere, but they weren't. And they're all on A waiting. But really good 2 kills there. There's some great picks. A little bit of a bonus just to take out a couple of those players there.
Yeah, it's done well to get those 2 kills. Not the most impactful kills ever because it is a pistol round, so it's not really taking anything from Recca, but they do have 4 rifles here with 1 submachine gun on Recca's side. You don't usually see them go for this many assault rifles. Usually, like, you see teams go for more of a couple of submachine guns just so they can get those kills with them and build up the economy, because you get so much. Economy builds real fast if you get a couple kills with those subs.
Absolutely. They're really loaded up now. I think this is a good position to put themselves in. They may want to get that round advantage. And if they're able to do that as it currently exists, then buying up has been appropriate for them, regardless of the loss that their eco will have. So they need to make sure that they get these kills, secure this one. And they are positioned quite well, spread across the map as it currently exists now. And they're just trying to get these early picks. As soon as they get these early picks, they'll be able to entry frag in and try and get that plant down.
Yes, nothing has been spotted yet. No damage has done to anyone either, as they do have full mid control right now. 1 Recca will spot out 1, doing a little bit of damage to Pro, not quite finishing him off, only tagging him up, hitting him with 1 bullet. But Kenzie looks like he's going to lose his life there, doing a little bit of damage, but not too much to really make an impact as they go all the way up short right now. And Pro trying to give that deagle, trying to get a kill out, but not going to happen as Wiz can refrag Burkham right there with that mid and gonna pick up an AK for himself.
Yeah, that was so necessary for Witzerino there. He is quite a good player. They need to make sure that they're putting all the utility out now if they have any left from Recca. And as a result, Eeyore there, barely able to get the kill onto Papachulo there. And all they need to do now is be able to take out the last 2. And I don't know whether or not that's going to happen, because as far as it looks like, we have both Pro and Witzerino here. I think they might save out. Look at Witzerino here. He's got the AK. He might want to save that one, and I definitely would if I was him.
Yeah, it's a 2v4 with, like, already so much time wasted after that bomb went down. So no chance of that happening. He just needs to save that AK. And even if it was necessary, if they started getting aggressive on him, Pro would have probably need to throw his life in front of that AK, definitely to keep them in the game. And Wiz on that AK should be able to do a little damage if he comes in contact with them if they go towards him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think TNC have just sort of banked on the fact that Witzarino will hold that AK. He will be the centerpiece of their team for at least this round. But you can see it. You can see Recca here. So aggressive. These buys have been absolutely aggressive. None of them wanting to save up really at all. And as a result, they're full util. Getting some of those assault rifles there. And we thought that would help them before, but it didn't help them majorly. And beautiful shot there. I could not believe what I'd just seen, and that fire coming out as well. So great. They're taking the picks here. Witzarino with that AK, like we said, being able to take these picks. They can see if they're able to see him through the smoke there. They flick to him. They weren't able to get a Borkum's going to get the shot with the pistol. They need to refrag that, and they do. And another shot coming out by Frost Misty, and that's going to get Kenzie, and that's going to secure yet another round for Recca. And your call about TNC likely taking this is going in the other direction at the moment.
Yeah, it's going not in the way on what I said, but this is going to be a full buy round for him. You can say those first 3 rounds could mean nothing if you don't have a gun. So this is going to be the real decider on what's going to happen as they have all these rifles and assault rifles. Kenzie's get the first one off, but will be refragged straight out by Papa refragging. Also onto Frost Misty, but that is already giving him a man advantage and to be able to pick up the AKs.
Yeah, that's exactly what they didn't want to do. They didn't want to pass over. They didn't want to give away what they had. And now that they have, they are 1 down. This is not going to be too detrimental for them. But TNC here, they're in a really, really good position to put extra dent into the side of Recca. So they need to make sure they take the next pick. Otherwise, it's very unlikely. And he does hear that. And whether or not he's going to be able to capitalize on it or not, I highly doubt it. But they're just trying to find that pick as it currently exists. Down mid, down short. And no one's being able to take the pick as one moves over short. Another coming from lower. They are going to move it over to B, which I argue he needs to rotate. It does look like Asterix is going to rotate because they do take the pick on A. But as I say, that ball comes on A and you don't want to come up against Borka because he's the beautiful shot and he takes the head off of Super Sis there. And I think this is not going to go the way of Recca this round.
Yeah, it's already 30 seconds left on a clock. Even play right now. They do 2v2. And in mid right now, as Borkum gets one, won't quite get the second one, but hit him extremely low on the 15 health. Wiz knows this. He's got the pistol out, but they're going for a rotate to B. 15 seconds on the clock. He's just going to have enough time to get this plant down. It's going to be a 4-second plant time, but he is quite very well going to get that bomb down and going to be able to pick. Going to try and get this Eeyore out of the game. 15 health, 1 USP shot right now will end him.
That's exactly why he's got it out. There's no need for him to try and challenge with his primary. He's just trying to find him. He makes some noise and it doesn't matter because his head's going to get taken off by Eeyore. And Recca, where they thought they should have lost and they damn should have just then, they're just going to take the round anyway. And Witzarino, I'm surprised he wasn't able to get that one because you're right, it was 1 bullet. Exciting stuff happening here because TNC, they're not a bad team whatsoever.
Yeah, this looks like TNC are going back to the eco round here. Only some CZs brought up with a P250 against Recca's full buy up 4 rifles with an AWP. So this should be around Recca takes out. We have seen TNC win some pistol rounds, so if that can happen again, it's unlikely against such a forced buy like this, especially with Dust 2, where those pistols don't thrive as well as that. But Papachulus get 1, get 2, and will be fragged out. But that's already 2 deaths on the lot. Those CZs can do the damage that you want. Pro jumping around will lose his life to Frost Misty, and this is even things out. 3-3. They're doing the damage, trying to get the guns out of the hands of Recca, make a buy up next round. They're doing it, and there's an AK recovered.
Yeah, absolutely. They're smoking off. They're trying to make themselves in a good position here to plant. It does look like they're going to plant for long and make sure that they are able to do what is necessary to hold. I think they'll be able to do it if they hold the correct angles. Asterix here, he seems to be the alt main of Recca. He is looking in the right direction, kind of, if he wants to be able to collect the likes of Witzerino, who is taking it very slow here, assuming someone's going to be moving up on him. But it does look like they might actually just await this one out.
Yeah.
I agree with them on that one as well.
They do have the same man. There's no man advantage to either side, but there's just not enough time and no kits on any of them. So they're just going to wait some things out and see if they can get an exit frag, but it's highly unlikely. Looks like Recca are just going to probably go for a pit sit so they don't get killed. But yeah, Recca Esports already 5 up going into the next gun round though. So this could go anyway right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. That full buy from Recca. And they're not even barely losing any money as they do it because it's just not necessary that they don't buy. They have the money to do so. They're pushing up extremely aggressively here. I think this confidence is coming out. This may be to their detriment, but if they play smart, they might keep it going and keep this momentum. And you can see it. It's put a dent in the side of TNC. They are playing quite far back. They're giving a lot of the map away very quickly. They need to be very careful about this, but Papachulo is moving on up. He knows that smoke. He knows that they're likely to be sitting there. And one coming upstairs. As we say this, the frag goes out. Surely they heard that, and they are going to move back a little bit there because Rosa is just going to flash out and then try and pop up and take the kill, but no one's quite there. He is on the wall. And he does manage to get the shots out, but it doesn't matter because Papachulo has the better aim. And that's going to take his life. And, ooh, beautiful shot from Sis there on the Papachulo. That's going to be a beautiful and necessary refrag for Recca.
Yes, and Papachulo taken out. Did a few kills, but there goes Size. Gonna get that kill onto Kenzie right there, evening things up. 40 seconds left on the clock. Wiz is gonna meet up with one, gets the kill, though that's their AWPer taken out of the game right now. 2v3, 30 seconds left on the clock. One sitting in mid, smoking and flashing out. Burkham's gonna meet up and get a kill onto Size. And there's only one left. Eeyore left alive, being spotted out in mid, getting aggressive, pushing the doorways, gets shot in the back, does amazing flick onto Burkham's head. And Wiz should get this shot right now, and he will, and that's going to be the first round to TNC to take out.
Absolutely. Beautiful to see TNC being able to grab a round off the board now. That's exactly what they need, and that might be the momentum as well. They're going to buy up completely here. Papachulo catching up, making sure that they buy up as well. And it doesn't look like Asterix is going to run the AWP. No one buying, no one sacrificing. They're all just going to run AKs. And as I say, that one gets taken out. That's Frost Misty taken out. Kenzie here is going to frag out. That's actually going to hit Pro. Not Pro, sorry. It's not going to hit anyone, actually. And that Molly coming out, that's not going to hit anyone. That's a bad throw there. And that's going to be a little bit of a waste of utility. And they have all shifted around for a mid push.
Yes, so Frosty already gone. That's TNC getting into a position they would like to be at. And look at this. If Recca loses, they're going to be able to buy out next round maybe, and that's about it. A little boost happening, getting Pro in a nice little position if they go for that mid push, but it does look like there is one in lowers and two going out of those mid doors. So this action's about to pop out as a smack goes down from Sice, and Molly as well could get a kill in a second as he might peek up over the smoke, and yes, there we go, one by Pro, and could get a second one any second now, and there we go. Sice sitting in mid, had so many angles to check for and couldn't quite pull that one off. TNC taking another round out and sending Recca into maybe a save round. They do have Frosty on the bye, but that's about it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where we want to see TNC. We saw this before. They were down, but that didn't stop their progression whatsoever. Witzerino finally on that AWP. That's excellent to see because Witzerino can be quite a force to be reckoned with on that AWP. It seems I'm saying it every round, and we can hear them pushing up here in lowers. And a beautiful headshot from Papachulo there, right onto the head of Frost Misty. And I don't think that refrag will come out here by Rosu, but it doesn't matter. The kills are, no, take it back. He does it. He's going to be able to pick up the M4 as a result.
He just turned around just before. If you watch that back, you'll be able to see him just get a glimpse of him before he turns around. But that one would be very upsetting. Doesn't matter, though. Will probably do fair bit of damage, but TNC are in a great point with their money now. They can lose around and still buy, but this is when Recca comes back with a full buyout right now. So, only having AKs, though, they will not have an AWP to, like, do some works with. Might not be the best for him, but it still could be around Recca takes.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Recca, they're running the AKs. Nothing to stop them from being able to win this round. Although we do have with Serena on that AWP again. He might be able to do some damage, and he does, as I say that, straight onto Asterix, who is the AWPer for Recca. Not that they're able to run. This one is wiped clean off the board. He's not going to be able to do much more, and they see all that fire. Gonna light up a couple of them, but it doesn't matter because they're attempting to try and take as many picks as they can. Trying to take it up short, but they're going to be met by Papa. He was flashed, but it didn't matter, and they're going to retrade that back, which is going to be traded straight back. Kenzie here, try and go to CT, but he can't. And they're going to try and challenge this hard out, and they're going to be able to get the kill onto him. They need to get this plant down. Yeah,
with only Sice with 4 HP left, and there's goes only Sice left against 3 attacking CTs. Very low health, but will be taken out with the P250 by Wizarino, getting this gap closer and closer, 4-5 after this round, and sending Recca into they could force up now. Won't have the most utility, but it could happen.
I think if Recca is smart, they'll just they'll save. They know they need to. They're only 1 round up. And as I say that, they go completely against me here. Look at that. That was a last-second decision there. So I think they've decided that they're just going to try and play this one to win this round. Probably not appropriate given the amount of utility. And, look at that. Asterix going to take back Pro. That seems to be a little bit of a clapback from last round. Asterix getting taken out early and now taking up one of theirs early. It does seem like they're trying to go up short. They're going to get taken out. This is going to be refrag. Both teams losing a lot of players. 3 sides. 3 on the side of TNC, 2 on the side of Recca. They need to be careful they don't get 1 more pick taken off them because otherwise they're not going to be able to do the push that they want to. 1 taken, another 1 taken, and it's just going to be down to a 2v1 now, but if anyone could do it, it is with Sereno on the AWP.
Yeah, he has been spotted out, but did catch him on the rotate, so they're going to have to go back to A as one goes main and gets a beautiful shot through suicide, and they're only Rosa left with this 2 HP. If they got this information out, could get this, but he's going to get into a pit position. But Pit, if you got an AK and you're versus Wiz with an AWP, my money is on Wiz.
Absolutely. He's gone down long. And you put a AWP against long any day. Oh, please pull out the AWP. Flash him out. Have a go. He's not even going to bother. Oh, no, Wits.
Oh, no.
What are you doing? I'm trying to find words, Chuck.
Yeah, I don't know what was doing. That one is going to be in the back of his mind for the rest of the game. Could have pulled that AWP and take the shot. He was on 2 HP. Even returning fire with a pistol would have been better than taking a bullet to the back. That's a round that Recca needed to take. But TNC also have a buy-up now. And Recca still not in the best money stance. And there is 2 AWPs on the side of TNC. Wow. They do have Wits and Pro. So, Pro, that's probably the downfall we had last time. He did get taken out. He wasn't using an assault. He was using an assault rifle. And this angle he's holding now is a lot easier with an AWP. So if he can get those shots and hit him, I reckon he can do a lot of damage there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see all these pre-fires coming out from Recca here. They want to get this kill. And if they're able to take this pick, that does leave them 1 down on the side of TNC. They're going to flash out here on short. Appropriate given there are the picks that they could take, and they're going to take the pick with that Galil there. And this is the pick. They need to be quick. They are rotating over to both long and A site. And Recca, if they go any slower with this, they're going to find that both sites are heavily guarded with both 2 players apiece. So They need to start taking one more extra pick or rotating over to B and taking the picks as necessary.
Yeah, 45 seconds left on the clock. Recca with the man advantage, but running out of time slowly. Sice very low on HP though, 7 health. So one bullet needs to graze him and he's gone. But it looks like they do a very fast short push as the smokes go out to get that long. But Pro hits his first shot, gets the second shot. Can he hit any more? He has given them the man advantage back. And look at that beautiful show by Burkham right there. And Wiz getting a kill, leaving Eeyore in a 1v4 situation, sitting on short. He hits a lot of damage straight onto Pro, but does not quite get the kill. Kenzie, can he get the shots? He's whiffing a lot, but finally finishes Eeyore off. 5-6. TNC getting a round that they needed back and sending Recca back into the eco.
Oh, no. All I can say is that this is where Recca didn't want to be. They are they're in a position with one round advantage. That's what they want. And I mean, you can see TNC here. I mean, they're not going ultimately crazy. They're not throwing a double orc out. They're not going too crazy on it. So they are saving a little bit. They didn't have the full buyout that they could have had. So as a result, they aren't fully kitted, but enough to put a really big dent in Recca. And as I say that, they're going to light up Assist there, who has the ability to take out quite a few players should he need to.
Yeah, he can do the damage, and there's already 2 being taken out and retrieved a lot of gear right now. And there go Asterisk getting another kill onto Papa, and that's in a 4v2 situation. So this could be a round that Recca are taking out that they probably shouldn't have won. This is going to hurt a lot, smoking out that full spot. But Burkham going to push through, get 1, but get 2, actually. But lose his life to Sice. And we've left Pro in a 1v2 situation.
Pro's a great player. He's a great fragger, but he's not really in a position to get these kills as he would need them. He's going to come up with an AWP on Car, I believe. And they are playing super passive on this. They want him to push them so they can get the easy kill here. That AWP shot comes out, doesn't connect, actually. And as I say that, he gives it another shot, and he finally connects that second shot.
Yes, that is a round. Recca probably shouldn't have won, but they did. Now going to be able to buy up, and TNC not in the best money stance. They're going for an eco. This is the 13th round. Who can take this one? Recca should have this one in the bag right now, and already Wiz is already taken down with a shot through the wall. Full team on CZs. We have seen a lot of CZ action and a lot of damage done with the CZs, so still excited to see what happens.
As far as I remember, Pro quite good with that CZ, so I don't think he cares what's in his hand at the moment. He is quite a good fragger. He wasn't able to take any of those kills to clutch out that round just then, but it doesn't matter. In a better position, in a better line of sight, he is oftentimes the much better shot, and he'll be looking to take these picks regardless. So they have sort of situated themselves closer to an A-sided push. I think that's what they're thinking the push will be. But the bomb's all the way back at T, and they're going to bring it back. And probably looks that they want to try and push long. But I'm not entirely sure whether or not they're sure where they're going to push at this moment.
Yeah, Pro getting very aggressive with that smoke, getting very close to it. As the smoke dissipates, he is gonna fall back. But 2 CZs might be met up right now. Recca and Frosty getting a frag, Papa refragging, but only leaving Pro left with it right now. Only got a CZ in hand, trying to probably recover something, but can't get anything into his hands. He's got an AK now. Can he do something? He's getting aggressive and pushed up, but no. Asterix is going to take his life, and that's another round for Recca. 5-8, 14th round.
TNC were making the comeback that they needed to be able to secure this, but then they found that Recca were able to come back on them, and I don't think they've encountered this in these past few games. They haven't had teams who have been able to recover from those successive rounds that they've been able to take against them. So TNC here, I think, are feeling the pump, and they need to really push on this if they plan on doing anything.
Yeah, we got but this map. A little bit T-sided, not too much T-sided, but a little bit. And we did see what TNC did when they got to the preferred side of the map last time on train. So if they could do that again, it is a bit strange. You usually see TNC when they start getting in that winning streak, they sort of stay in it. But Recca have dug their way out and have put a fight up against TNC, probably the biggest that one they've had tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. This is indicative of why they are both in the semi-finals, and that's great to see because obviously Recca are a great team, as are TNC, and the rounds are going the way of Recca at the moment. So, but this down to 1 minute left, and they need to start making a push, making a pick, and getting what they can. And it does look like Recca believe that they are getting flanked, and I'm not entirely sure whether they're even aware of where TNC are even situated on the map as it currently sits. So they need to make sure that they continue to push up and take the picks. And as I said, that Puppetullo is going to get his head blown off by an AK. The smokes are going out. The utility's getting thrown. And they need to keep taking these picks. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to get the play down. But they've got sight now. They've got control. And it's only 2. Make that 1 with almost no health. I think Kenny is in a conundrum.
Yeah, it's only Kenzie left against 4 players right now. Only got the USPS with little health, 24. So, probably not the best spot you want to be in right now, but does he go for the save? Does he try and get some frags? I reckon it's better to go try and get an exit frag and lose your life than just saving your USPS. You got nothing to gain from that, so just trying to get that frag would probably be the best thing, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely. If he can just step out now, and you can see him here trying to step out, trying to get that, and nothing's really going to occur here as a result. No picks. A little bit of a save there, but it's not really going to change anything because we have Recca here 4 rounds up. We've seen this before. TNC can come back on this, you're right. But instead of Asterix this time having the AWP, it's Rosu. Interesting to see. It does look to be a little bit more comfortable with it, so that does seem to be how they want to push this one. I'd like to see some AWP picks, but we have a full assault rifle buy up from TNC. A lot of utility as well, so that's a full buy. And they are going to make sure that they move down. Too long. The fuser is still sitting down long side, so if they don't move over to A, TNC, they're not going to be able to be prepared for this push, but a couple of them are on short, so they're in good spots.
Yeah, so in a good situation right now. They do have 4 full M4 set up, but that's Burkham going to be lost, but Puppetullo is going to refrag that kill. No, it's going to take you out Eeyore, sorry. But then in an alright situation, a lot coming from A long, and they're getting a fast enough rotation. Pro getting a kill, but he's going to lose his life straight away, but Wits is getting damage down on him. He is hit extremely hard, spraying through the smoke, trying to hit something right now. 37 HP, he's got him down to 3v3 situation, and the bomb has gone down, so they have to try and retake this very quickly. All of them, no, only Puppy have defused the kits, so they're going to have to do this soon. Last round, and they would probably want to be with, you want to go with another round up in that final section. Kenzie's going to be meeting someone at car, not quite getting the shots as they smoke out and flash out long. Frosty's going to get one, he's going to not get the second, but that is the game and the round. The round over. And this is 5-10 going towards Recca with a swap over.
But maybe TNC just haven't been showing up in their gunfights. I really think that they've not been able to push in the way that we've seen them dominate recent games.
Yeah, they haven't had too much of an advantage to actually get in. They did get at one point, but gonna see what can happen. Getting closer and closer. Recca going for just really the armor buy up. 1 defuse kit, 3 bits of armor, and some players with utility as TNC looks like they're going for a B push.
Absolutely, and this B push, there is the whole lineup of TNC there. They must squeeze their way in. They must force their way in here. And Recca need to rotate over. Doesn't matter because we have Frost, Misty, Asterix all taking these shots on. Borkham Going to trade that straight back. So is Pro, actually. And they're going to be able to take site now, but it doesn't matter because we have all of Recca moving up onto the site, trying to take it. And this is just down to Pro at the moment. He's getting lit up considerably. Both of the Recca players on either side. And they're just going to move on in and take him out with a headshot. And that's another round going to Recca.
Yeah, Recca taking that one out. That's not the best situation to be in. TNC losing that one. And they're not going to be able to buy up. Going to chuck a scout on one, and then just CZs on the rest. If that scout can hit some shots, it's going to do a lot of damage. Pro, we haven't seen him on the snipers too much, but we did see him a little bit and did play pretty decently on it. You usually see wits on those snipers, so don't know why they went with Pro on it first, as he's holding a mid angle with that scout.
Yeah, absolutely. Very interesting that he was holding that one. He might have wanted to get some intel for his team as to where they were. Generally, Recca like to hold an A-sided stronghold anyway, so if they're able to read into that, they could start pushing B. They did attempt to, but this scout that he has here, he's just trying to find any picks that he can. There is a person standing there in the form of Frost Misty, but he's not peeking anything with that gun. He's just attempting to ensure that he is able to see and shoot anyone who tries to force their way through doors.
Yeah, just looks like TNC are just looking for the peak, looking for the aggressive play, trying to get that first pick as they go down short. No one getting aggressive on them, so they're going to have to really put the force on them. Everyone playing passive. So TNC have to do the real frontal push as they just get spotted out. All of them coming down short. A lot of damage down to Poppy, but Burkham going to get killed, but Poppy taken out. Burkham getting 2, but also being refragged out. Recca on 2 people left. I mean, 3 and only 1 left on Pro. TNC,
no.
sorry.
Pro just trying his best. He's not able to skewer that one, and his team puts a lot of weight on him when he is needed to clutch those situations there. So when it is just Pro left over, and a lot of times it has been Pro left over, he hasn't really been able to do and undertake the clutch that's needed for his team. So such a shame, but Recca there, they're using those crossfires, they're using those angles really effectively there to make sure that they're pinching anyone who tries to engage them, and they're getting all of the refrags, and I can't stress how absolutely necessary it is to get those refrags. That's exactly what Recca are doing, and it's seeing them keep a 7-round lead over TNC.
Yeah, fast play coming from TNC as they flush out of bedroom, but that's over within the first 24 seconds. That was just an onslaught of action as soon as it came out, and Recca getting closer and closer on the least preferred side. They're just getting round after round. Finally, TNC can buy up and get out of this eco. So, can they take a round though? If they lose this,
I'd like to see TNC take a round, honestly, because if they don't, they've really put themselves in a massive deficit.
Yeah, I reckon if they lose this round, they're out. They're out of the game for sure.
Absolutely.
This is such a pinnacle point of the map right now. If they lose, then they're gonna have to eco next round, which is gonna send them to the tie or the overtime. Which then, yeah, they're gonna be getting scared and like nervous on that 15 when they buy. So if they lose this, I reckon they're gone.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree whatsoever. Recca looking extremely confident here, holding the A side. But look at this, and who's this? It's Eeyore moving all the way up on long doors. He is really close up there. If he was smart, he might be able to flank from behind down mid. If the call came out from A that they are all pushing both mid and short, he could come all the way around and then deal some serious damage. But he seems to think that someone's going to come in this way. And if he reads into this, he might be able to move all the way around. But ultimately, we're having a short push, but no picks as of yet.
Well, you can say try and push out a bedroom. It's such a scary angle to try and peek, though. You can have an AWP acidic all the way back and T-spawn and just hit you instantly. So it's one of those harder angles to get out of, but Recca Sice is going to get a nice double spray down, but ultimately lose his life. But Everyone's being refragged, and it's only Wits left trying to get this plant happening. Get that money, 1v3 situation, got the AK in hand. Can this happen? This is probably the biggest moment of Wits' night.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got 3 of the players here. We know how good Recca are at refragging, so that's why they've grouped up here. They're in a really good position to be able to do this. If they breach this smoke together, they'll be able to get a refrag, and they do. That's really effective for them. They're going to pick up the AK there, and they're going to be able to be in a really good position. And like you said, that's what do we got, like 8, 9 rounds, coming up 10 rounds. I'm not sure how many rounds in a row Recca have just won, but it's just been phenomenal showing by them.
They've won. They haven't lost around this half yet.
Wow.
And then TNC they're forcing up AKs, not quite getting the utility. They've still got some head armor, one not having head armor, but you probably need head armor more on the T side because the guns that you're coming against will one-tap you in the head if you don't have that head armor, but not as necessary for the CTs. But trying to get that entry frag, they already put a lot of dominance in long and already falling back, trying to hope and thrive on that rotate. There is one sitting mid, 1 on B, and 3 on A. So if they get on this rotate fast enough, it could really work for them. Only going to have to face that one and that quick rotate from mid.
Absolutely. There might be one hole if the call comes out from Asterix here very quickly. He should be able to hear this one, and I think he is. And I hope he doesn't peek, and he does, and it doesn't matter. I hope he does peek. The flash comes out. That's beautiful. It doesn't matter, though. But Bork and Puppy Chulo, they're all going to take some shots here, and Recca are desperately trying to rotate back over to the side. We have Rosie here. He does have the AWP, but it doesn't really matter because the diffuser, the bomb's going down. They take one. Can they get the other? They need to refrag that. One coming out the AWP. Another AWP coming out there. He can't connect that shot, and as a result, Kenzie's going to take out Rosie. And that's their first round for this entire half.
Yeah, it was not even the most convincing round, though. They're going to have to fully re-buy up, and they're not in the best in the best economy to buy up another time. They did get the win, but what cost, really? It's going to be hard for them to win this. They did send Recca sort of a bit bad in the eco, and Kenzie's trying to get this first kill as one's in pit and take some shots. Going to both tag each other up a little bit, and Kenzie nearly getting fired out in that corner. There's a lot of CTs are pushing that long angle. Rosemary with the AWP getting aggressive with it, but some players are rotating B.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good positioning here. They have the man count, they have the weapons, they have the utility as well to be able to hold this and push this. But ultimately, they're only going to come up against 1 on B. I believe 1 on B, unless I am looking that incorrectly. Yeah, 1 on B. And they need to push this now. They need to get rid of Asterix here, who's sitting up on box. He needs to get rid of this kill. They need to hurry now. The flash is going to come out. They're going to know that they've been spotted out. The frag also comes out. It bounces off the corner. That's exactly what Asterix did not need. He's going to get one out. Can he get another? He tries to, but it doesn't matter. And this is going to be back forth from both teams here. And if Recca's not careful, they might still be able to go back onto the side.
3v3 situation. Pro and Kenzie are both extremely low against the 2 rifles and an AWP of Recca right now. This is the final decider pretty much. Which team can hold this? Can TNC win this round? As Pro will find out the information that there is one window, and he will take out Rosemary. That pushes window, but no. There we go. Recca taking this round out.
Wow. I mean, TNC were in a perfect position there to hold that. They were holding all the appropriate angles, all the crossfires. But that quick AWP from Recca there, that really demolished them. And I think that put a big dent in their ability to hold. And the right window there, hiding underneath it. There's only so many shots that you can get out at all different angles, and he wasn't able to secure from there. Does look like TNC here trying to aggressively push up short here. They want to try and take as much of it as they can very quickly. There are 3 of Recca's players, 1 on A and 2 long. And if TNC here are able to be as aggressive as we've seen them be, they might be able to take out a couple of kills, take Recca by surprise. The flash comes out. They're all moving forward. 1 down from, I believe, Car. And another one going to go down very shortly. They've seen the shots come out, and that's going to be Witzerino taking him out. TNC Pro going nuts, but it doesn't matter because that's going to be traded back directly by Eeyore there. And all these shots coming out, and that SSG doing its absolute job. Molly's coming out, but I don't think this retake will happen very easily whatsoever.
Yeah, there's Wiz going down, but Kenzie ultimately losing his life. Recca taking this out. 16-6. This Recca just completely forcing themselves through. They haven't let an opposing team get above 10 points scored on them.
That's just insane. I mean, Recca, what a dominating force there.
Yeah, extremely. So yeah, Recca taking this one completely out. And yeah, what are you going to say about it?
I mean, what can you say other than the fact that, I mean, a few of us came in thinking, yeah, TNC was showing a really dominant show before, and then they're coming in and going, okay, Recca, they had quite a few votes there to say that they would take over the match, and that's obviously for a very good reason. That dominating showing there by Recca, that's what you want to see from a team, and that's exactly why they're going to move up beyond here, and TNC are just going to have to stay back and lick their wounds tonight.
I've been Chuckmaster. I've been joined by Jess. We'll be back real soon.